Hey, everybody. Good Monday morning to you. It is The Drive. We are back in the saddle again here inside the Findlay Hyundai Studios after a little time off with the friends, the family for the Christmas holiday break. But the crew's back together. The band is back together.
Yes.
Paulie Ratliff back from a trip to his old stomping grounds.
That's right.
Slept in his old bed.
Not exactly.
No?
Close.
Oh.
Parents have moved on from that childhood home.
You don't have the old childhood home.
No, they've moved on and upgraded. But I had a nice bed, though. It had a nice memory foam mattress. I was sleeping like a baby.
I was just in town the whole weekend.
Yeah.
The furthest I went over the holiday break was Cedar City.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cedar
Enoch,
City.
right? You went to
Yeah, we went to-
KJ's.
Oh, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I need the full review of KJ's. I mean, we need to have this race. Tara's in, I'm in. I've heard you're not very fast, so I might have a chance.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. That's what they tell me. No, we just were like looking for something to do. My wife said, "Let's go ice skating." I said, "Well, we got to drive to KJ's Ice Bar." And she said, "Let's do it." So we just went up Saturday, just did some open skating for hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, good for Robin getting you guys out
Went
there.
to Centro
Dropped
Pizza.
in for the stick and puck.
Little Centro Pizza in Cedar City, my favorite little pizzeria.
Oh, nice.
And some wood fire pizza and came home.
There you go.
That was that.
Sounds
was
like
that.
a good day.
That was
does
that. That's
sound like
about
a
the
great
furthest
day.
I ventured from the house over the holidays.
I ventured some 2,500 miles away,
Yeah.
buddy. I
Yeah.
kind of
Get
see
your
some
frequent
friends and
flyer miles.
family. Went to a Caps game. It was a good trip home, really was.
Yeah, it's good.
Enjoyed it, but I'm happy to be back with you guys.
I know. I see Santa Claus found you.
Yeah, he found me.
Old St. Nick brought Paulie a new computer. He's
He
upgraded
did.
from the iPad.
I was finally on the nice list this year.
The iPad days are over. Paulie's
He
now.
graduated from his leapfrog.
A little,
His little
little
kid's
tykes
iPad,
thing.
yeah.
Yep. TA, how was Christmas for you?
It was good. We had a great Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kids were shocked when they found out about the cruise.
Yeah, they were so shocked.
Yeah.
Polly. Thanks for blowing that.
I'm sure she brought you up to speed on that
Oh,
one.
yeah. We talked about it.
I was there. I think we were at Wingnuts.
Even Andy admitted it.
Andy.
Yeah.
She sold me down the river, man. I told her I swore to secrecy, but I guess,
But you blew it.
I blew it.
You blew it.
At the end of the day, it was my fault,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. At least you owned it. That's what I told Tara. I said, at least Paulie owned that he slipped
Yeah.
up. At least he didn't try to be like, well, did I really say that?
I say
me.
that?
Yeah.
The other Paul, my
Who's the
alter
other
ego.
Paul?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Me, myself, and Irene.
Let's get going today. We are loaded today. It's a Monday, not just any Monday, but it's a rivalry Monday. We've got Utah Tech and SUU tonight
Yeah, it's big
at
time.
the Burns Arena WAC opener. And first of 3 meetings between these two as the feud on 15 heats up, and we will have it for you live tonight on the Fan Sports Network. John Judkins will stop by the show second hour. We'll talk
Always
with
like
Judd.
his visits.
Yeah, he'll be in studio. We'll break down the game. We're going to give you a chance to win some tickets to go to the game tonight.
Yes.
Second hour as well. So keep your ears on for that. In fact, I got a pair of tickets right behind Coach Judkins in the Trailblazers bench on the third row. So you'll be able to maybe hear Juddy in the timeouts doing some chalk talk.
Get a little breakdown of what the next play is coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, we'll give those away when Juddy is in studio. He about 8:15. He will join us on the program. We've got a loaded first hour with all the NFL. We had the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Yeah.
We have a coaching change at Utah. We've got so much stuff to get into. Let's dive into it. But let's do a best thing from the weekend. We've had 5-6 days since we've done a show. Clearly enough time to find the best thing we witnessed in sports. A lot of different directions I could go here. I didn't win in my fantasy football championship game. That would have been the best thing. I was in my big money league championship over the weekend, and I left about almost nearly 100 points on my bench.
Yeah.
That is a kick in the pants.
It is.
When you have Drake May, Jaden Higgins, Zach Charbonnet, Quentin Johnson, all these, I had... even my backup defense had 15 points on the bench. And unless Bijan has a legacy game and goes and drops a 50 burger, like Derrick Henry did on me on Saturday, then I am going to lose the one championship. I'm in 4 leagues. And the one that I wanted to win the most, I got to the championship game. It looks like I'm going to lose it. So I can't go with that.
Yeah, you can't go with that.
Can't go with that. Paulie beat me for the ninth place in our consolation bracket.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I did. In our third and pending matchup to determine the series champion for the fantasy season in our league.
Yeah,
I took home the title.
Can't go with that. So that leaves me my beloved Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
Who had to go on the road and overcome a fumble. An interception in the first half from Sammy D.
Yeah.
But the defense carried them. The defense travels. They've been good on the road. They ended up winning 27-10 over the Carolina Panthers, which obviously was a big win to keep pace in that number 1 hunt in the NFC. With San Francisco, winning last night over the Chicago Bears, albeit a heroic effort getting down and into that red zone by Caleb Williams, only to stall out and throw an incompletion in the end zone as time was expiring. With the Rams playing tonight at Wingnuts, Seattle had to win on the road, and they took care of business. And good teams, if Super Bowl teams, if that's really what Seattle wants to be, you can't go to Carolina as good as Dave Canales has been in year 2. He's been much improved coach for them. Bryce Young is playing better. Their run game is better. They're better in the trenches.
McMillan's good.
Tet 1 catch.
Yeah, he had 5 touchdowns
yards
in his last 5 games coming into that game. So you guys held him in check really well.
1 catch for 5 yards.
Might be the offensive rookie of the year. Ted McMillan.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get him the ball more.
They do.
Yeah. So Seattle, going in there and winning on the road in Carolina, probably the best thing I saw. That is just ahead of, I think, BYU's Pop-Tart Bowl for me.
All right. And that's where I'm going to go.
Yeah.
So I'll take over right where you stop, buddy. The best thing for me was the Pop-Tart Bowl, for sure. As BYU, they kind of were disenchanted in the first half. They really didn't look like they were ready to play, kind of down 21-10.
Yep.
And then third quarter here, there's 58 seconds. We got the clip here of the field goal. Georgia Tech's about to go up 2 scores, 24-10, with this short field goal, about a 33-yarder or something like that.
Yep.
And it is, we'll let the clip do the talking, as BYU stood tall. And this was the beginning of a ferocious comeback for the Cougars.
Burr. Blocked. How's that for automatic? Not quite. Tanavasu got a hand up and got a piece of that football.
And Tanavasa, the Utah transfer, who's said he's coming back next season for BYU again. So he makes a big play there. And then late in the game, L.J. Martin, he opted out of this bowl game, being that he's preparing for the NFL draft, getting ready.
Kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Still hate it.
He's going to be a pick. So he might not be an early pick, but I don't think the Pop-Tart Bowl, no matter what he did, would move him from 4th round to 2nd round or 3rd round to 1st round. So it was good for him to not get hurt. I know I hate it. We talk about the McCaffrey thing. He kind of started the opt-outs long ago.
I know, but he knows he has a bright future.
Yeah, he knows he's got a good future.
And I agree. I mean, from day one, when he got on campus, I'm like, this is a dude. This is a guy. And he got bigger and stronger. I mean, he just runs so hard. He is an NFL back. I would be shocked if he's not a day 2 pick.
I would be surprised.
I would be shocked if he falls into the day 3 of the NFL draft.
So in his absence, how about
Demooney.
Jovessa Demooney takes it into the end zone late to give BYU the 25-21 lead, and we got it here.
Bachmar keeps it on the ground. Demooney, touchdown, got in. And he's rocking the baby to sleep.
And he was.
Jack Demooney, I know Jack, and Jack, all the kids, they went to Kahuku High School in Hawaii. Jack's on staff with Kalani. Raider Demooney probably a lot more known than his brother.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's because he was behind L.J. Martin, an NFL
right.
caliber running back, and they've had other backs, and there was some injuries, and now he got his opportunity. There's some depth in that backfield for the Cougars.
Could be the next in line.
He looked really good.
Algier, Martin, they've had some good running backs as of late. So, but yes, this game does signify a good bowl win, another, double-digit win season. But it does mark the end of the Jay Hill era, as we'll get into that more. But I just wanted to talk about Jay Hill briefly. Jackson Payne had a really good tweet. Transformed the Cougar defense from one of the country's worst to a top 20 unit. 19.3 points per game allowed since 2024. 23-4 record since 2024. Led the country in interceptions in 24. 2025 sack total was 30, was the highest at BYU since 2016. This guy was a huge cog in making BYU a successful program once again, because before he went here, let's remember the first season of the Big 12, BYU went 5-7.
Yeah.
They were struggling.
Well, and he orchestrated a masterpiece of a second half.
Absolutely.
That was a gem, pitching a shutout down 21-10 and not allowing Haynes King to score even a field goal.
Yeah, Haynes is a talented dual threat quarterback, and Georgia Tech's got a nice offense. So I thought they were going to hang, going into halftime, I was like, ooh, this does not look good for BYU. But that block kick, the big fourth quarter, all ended in a Pop-Tarts bowl victory.
Here's the funny thing about bowl games. People say they don't matter, but it's the eye of the beholder. If they matter to you and you still want to watch them, then bowl games still matter. I hear so many people like, bowl games just don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people watched that Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Yeah.
A lot of Cougar fans. It mattered to Cougar fans.
It did.
And if it doesn't matter, then why does everybody in the country want to keep hiring away their coaches?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if it doesn't matter, then why the
Michigan comes calling, and BYU has been quite the hotbed for coaching vacancies, coordinator vacancies. I mean, man, this has been one of the most talked about programs in the country this year. And after being left out of the playoff, you wondered what they'd have in this game. And it didn't look like they were ready at first, but then in the second half, they really got churning and got that big Pop-Tarts Bowl victory.
Well, I just think, I think it was just red zone mistakes.
Yeah,
I mean,
and Tara commented. I mean, Bear wasn't playing very well in the first half.
I mean, it was the red zone interception was a pretty poor decision.
Yeah,
and obviously, able to overcome that though. You got to play a full 4 quarters.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I mean, it's funny how games write their own script. It looks so bleak, and and then it just changes. I mean, obviously, in-game adjustments. That's a sign of coaches that have the locker room, they have command of their team, and they continue to make in-game adjustments to go win the game. And that's why Jay Hill is probably a no-brainer to join Kyle Whittingham at Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, from Weber State to BYU to Michigan, I thought Jay Hill should have been up for a head coaching job already by this point in time.
Well,
at a bigger university.
Being the DC of Michigan, if they have success, he'll get a nice job after Whittingham retires.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he's lining himself up well to ascend through the coaching ranks even quicker by going to Michigan.
Yeah. Tara, best thing?
Best thing for me was the Kraken winning yesterday.
They won 4 straight.
And our boy, 4 straight wins. They're on a roll again. And Cal Raleigh was
at the game
in the deep.
By the way, Climate Pledge Arena is awesome.
Yeah, you were there for the
awesome
battle
arena.
at Seattle, right?
Awesome arena. Yeah, went to the battle in Seattle at Climate Pledge. Unfortunately, the Kraken were not in town when I was there, I would have went to a Kraken game.
Yeah.
But that arena is legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
It's one of the newest ones in the NHL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I don't
awesome.
think there's a bad seat in that house.
Really?
I mean, the top of T-Mobile is a worse seat than the top of Climate Pledge. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah, it didn't look like there was a bad seat in that house. And I don't know what it seats, 16,000 probably, something like that, 17,000. Yeah.
That neighborhood.
Woo. Yeah. Nice digs. Comfy seats, too.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, we are off and running. We'll come back. We'll take a break. And big deal, no big deal. So much to get to. Glad you're with us on your Monday morning. Thank you for waking up for, 4 years now. 4 years with us here on the Fan Sports Network during the morning drive. We'll take the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It's The Drive. Good morning. So good to have you along with us on the 29th. Again, game day today, baby. Tonight, Burns Arena, SGU at Utah Tech. We'll have it live for you right here on the Fan Sports Network as WAC play will open up with these two teams. Battle for the Axe.
Yeah. Hard
Part
one.
one.
Yeah.
Part one tonight. Let's rev up that feud on 15. Again, John Judkins will join us second hour of the show. Show today brought to you by our friends at Zag. Zag, if you didn't get everything to deck out your phone, swing on by, get a new phone case, a new screen protector. Maybe you went skiing or snowboarding, or maybe you were out shopping and dropped your phone on the blacktop and you need a new screen protector on your phone. Stop by and Zag will take good care of you. 2 locations in St. George, another one up there in Cedar City. All right, let's get to it. Big deal, no big deal. Only on a Monday, post-Christmas edition. Here we go. All right, everybody's got some questions. All three of us have got some questions.
I'm working through this new MacBook trying to send attachments. So we're working on it here.
Paulie's Christmas present's giving him a little struggle.
That's right. That's right.
I'll go first.
It's a little easier to send messages on the
Big
iPad.
deal, no big deal. The Bills go for 2 at the end of the game yesterday and come up empty against the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, it's a somewhat big deal because you lose the game, but I like the call by McDermott. You're on the road. Your offense has sucked all day. You haven't been able to move the ball. You're finally down there. You score. You do your best play in your entire playbook for 2 yards or 3 yards, whatever, and try and score. I think you win the game or lose the game right there. I kind of agree with the decision, but it's a big deal because they lost.
Yeah.
Hindsight's always 20/20 with these 2-point conversions that fail.
Yeah.
I mean,
They had already clinched, though.
5 minutes.
So it wasn't like
5 minutes to go. It's 13-0.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts has not completed one single pass the entire second half.
Correct. And he would go on to have as many yards as all three of us had the second half yesterday.
Yes.
0, the goose.
The big ofer.
Yes.
And, Sean McDermott, you're going to be aggressive. And he was. They just didn't get the 2-point conversion. And we all know somebody that was at that game for the first time. In 40 years of being a Bills fan, I saw Steve Johnson.
Wow.
Was out there in Orchard Park.
Wow.
Final year of that stadium before they go to the new stadium.
Yeah.
And I saw some of his social media posts. He was out there freezing his butt off in Buffalo.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like
Buffalo.
Maybe he jumped on what is that? They do the table bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's does that at the Bills Mafia. Maybe Steve was table jump.
All right, I got another one for you. Big deal, no big deal. The way that Kalani Sitake eats Pop-Tarts after winning the Pop-Tart poll.
This is a big deal because I've never seen anyone consume a Pop-Tart this fast before.
For those of you that are streaming the show, watching us live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page, we got a little clip for you here. This is Kalani Sitake.
Going to go his way, had an opportunity to make plays, and we've got toasted Pop-Tarts. Yes!
Oh my gosh.
That's got to be just Joey Chestnut style.
Joey Chestnut. He tried to weave in the chestnut reference. I love that.
Was it 2 bites and then
it was
shove?
an inhale.
Yeah, it was so fast. I
It
don't
was
even know.
very fast.
Kalani, man, I want to see him and whoever the best
Chestnut.
eater in the state of Utah is
Utah.
go head to head.
Okay,
Like I don't wing contest, hot dog contest, pop. I don't care what. Kalani looks like he could down some food pretty quick.
He does.
That was fast.
Absolutely.
That was fast.
Yeah.
That was.
That was like
He didn't even have any milk. Pop-Tarts
No.
are dry, too.
They are. He just went dry
You know what?
mouth,
He's lucky
just
he didn't
crushed
choke.
it.
You know what? Pop-Tarts are underrated, though.
They are.
Very underrated.
I love the s'mores Pop-Tarts. They're like one of my favorite things.
They're always
for
changing the
breakfast.
flavors and everything. Man, they had a lot of on-field orchestrated little skits and things
They
and
did,
bits
yeah.
and
End zones had sprinkles in them. The helmet decals had sprinkles
like
on them.
maximize the marketing opportunity.
Right? Yeah.
And the Pop-Tart mascot, he's hilarious and he's edible.
Yeah. He's edible.
He is.
You gotta love that.
You gotta love that. It's a great marketing for Pop-Tarts. For
So
sure.
big deal, Kalani inhaling a Pop-Tart.
And that's one of the bowls I think that actually gets ROI for their sponsoring a bowl game. Like some of these bowls, I worry that they get the ROI.
well, like
but
the Snoop Dogg Bowl.
Yeah.
The Arizona Snoop Dogg Bowl. Like I saw Snoop in the booth forever there with them, but like what does he just put up a couple $1 million to just brand himself?
Well,
like where's the ROI
him
for
and Dre
Snoop?
have a new like spirit line. You know, they're trying to get their liquor and stuff out there. So that's who was really the item that was it was Snoop and Dr. Dre's Spirit or whatever was the sponsor of the Arizona Bowl.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if he's getting nice bump for his liquor or whatever, but we'll see. I mean, I feel like a lot of these companies, I don't know that they get it back, but I know Pop-Tarts did because they did so many bits with the uniforms, the mascot, the eating the Pop-Tarts. Like it was just a good look for the brand, I think.
Yeah.
So, and a good look for BYU winning the game. I got one here.
Okay.
How about this one? Big deal, no big deal. AJ DeBanza, 13 games in. He's averaging 23.1 points per game, shooting 59% from the field, 33% from 3 points, 77% free throws. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.4 steals.
Okay.
And is the big deal, no big deal question, I guess, is the same Twitter accounts asking this question. Is this the best freshman we've seen in the last 10 years in college basketball? Big deal, no big deal. The numbers and what the evidence that he might be maybe the best freshman in my mind since like Durant, Michael Beasley, some of these really dominant college ballers.
I could go either way. I'm gonna say I think we expected this from AJ DeBanza.
But he had to do it first.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's my point. You still had to go do this. But
Yeah.
through 13 games, he's been as advertised, as good as we expected.
Yes.
No one is shocked by these statistics. I think people would have been more shocked if he had, struggled a little bit more because he was anointed at a young age the next LeBron James, the next #1 pick. I mean, he's certainly living up to that hype, that billing, that status, and that pick. I mean, I would be shocked at this point. I mean, it would take something Cougars fans don't want to talk about, a meltdown in the second half of the season for him not to be the #1 pick at this point in time. With the injury to Peterson, with Boozer, not able to put the game on his shoulders in a one-on-one situation. I think every NBA team that needs a star is going to want AJ DeBanza, and somebody's going to trade up and get him probably.
I would assume so.
I mean, somebody might package the mortgage, the farm, just to have this guy on their roster on a rookie contract.
Yeah, I know one guy up north in Utah that would probably want him on his team. So.
Yeah. Problem is, Jazz, if you haven't noticed, actually winning
They've
some
been
games.
winning. Yeah,
What are
they've
they
been
doing?
winning. Keontae,
What are
he's
they
been a
doing?
stud.
Lowry and Keontae are playing like all-stars.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Might have some all-stars, but you might not be at the top of the lottery this year. But, it should be. It's still been a fun Jazz season, though.
Big deal or no big deal, DK Metcalf might cost the Steelers the playoffs.
Yeah, I said the Ravens would win the division long ago, and
Man.
and it might work out that way. It's
Yeah,
going to
thanks
take
a lot,
winner-take-all
DK.
game in weeks 18.
They flexed that to the Sunday night game.
That's right. That'll be a great game. That's a great rivalry, but the Ravens, they seem like they're getting right at the right time. Like, unfortunately for the rest of the AFC, I mean, they're super talented on paper, but I don't think they were playing up to their capabilities early in the season. But now Henry's going at full speed. Lamar's going to be healthier and healthier as time
He
goes
didn't even play
on.
last game,
But
though.
he's going to get healthier. He's going to be healthy by the playoffs. And probably this game.
It's a
There's
rib injury.
I doubt that he sits out this game against the Steelers.
I would be shocked.
Winner take all. He's going to play. So,
Another week. I think he's going to try to tough it out.
I think he's going to try and tough it out as well. So
Snoop played well, though.
he did. Yeah, Huntley played well. I mean, that surprised me. I mean, beating the Packers. That did surprise me. I know Henry had 3 touchdowns and all that, but you still got to manage the game if you're Huntley. And he was thrown into the fire and got a win against a really good team in the Packers.
Yeah. All right, more questions? Anything else?
Yeah. I got one more here. How about the Chicago Bears?
Yes.
Clinched the NFC North for the first time since 2018. How about the Bears? Caleb Williams.
I mean, it would have been more emphatic had they beat the Niners last night.
They backed their way in, but they still got it.
Yeah, they got help with Green Bay losing.
Yeah,
Green Bay,
that's what I mean. They backed their way into it, but still, they still are the North champs.
Ben Johnson's play calling. I love his formations. I love what he does with his tight ends, like Loveland and Komet. 81 is another tight. They use 3 tight ends.
Yeah,
and then DJ Moore outside. They've got a really good offense. Like if you think about Jared Goff pre, and now you look at Jared Goff post Ben Johnson, not as good.
Yeah.
And pre Caleb Williams working with whoever the heck Chicago threw his way, not good. Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, great combo.
Yeah.
Like there's certain coaches like McVay, like Ben Johnson, that get to maximize a player's talent. And you look at what McVay has done, and you look at what Ben Johnson has done, and that they're the 2 most brilliant minds in football, in my estimation. Give me 2 better football minds on offense in the NFL right now.
Vrabel and May. I think what he's come in and done with the Patriots.
Here's the
has been
problem
amazing.
with New England. They ain't playing nobody.
Yeah, that was my next big deal before we go far deeper on this. The teams wins over teams with a 500 record this season. The New England Patriots have 1 win against a team with an over 500 record
Not
this season.
entirely
big
their
deal,
fault.
no big deal.
No.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
It's a big deal. They got a favorable schedule this year. They're
They got a good
maximizing
schedule.
it, but they're still playing good football.
They are.
It's just I don't know that I can trust them in the postseason with that sample size. Like beating up on the Jets, Jake May throwing,
but it's
not 4, not 5. He just keeps throwing. That doesn't impress me against the lowly Jets.
It doesn't, but they beat the Bills this year. They've had some good
That's
wins.
the one win.
That is the one win.
Yeah.
So they proved that they can beat Josh Allen.
They can only play the schedule in front of you, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Drake May didn't make the schedule. It's not his fault.
And they had a horrific year last year, so they got a last place schedule, which
Correct.
helps them.
And
I understand.
and their division, aside from Buffalo, is terrible.
Yes, the Dolphins and the Jets are awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
Again.
That's true.
Awful.
Shocker in New York.
Yeah.
The Jets are awful again.
Newsflash, the Jets suck.
Jeez Louise. Tough year to be a Jets or a Giants fan yet again.
Oh, yeah.
And then Giant fans got to be just waking up this morning going, what are we doing? Why did we beat the Raiders 34-10?
Now they lost the number 1 pick.
Big deal, no big deal. The Raiders will actually have Pete Carroll picking that number 1 pick.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, I think it's fait accompli. It's going to be Mendoza. He'll be the number 1 pick, most likely.
Looks that way.
Looks that way.
That's what I would do.
That's what I would do too, but is he going to hit?
But is the Raiders going to stick to the course of changing coaches every year or every other year?
Oh, you're saying will
Pete
Carroll?
Carroll make that pick?
Yeah.
I think he will. Big deal.
I mean, you got to
It's
get
a big deal if he doesn't, because that's a 1-year coaching, and Mark Davis is going to pay out 4 years of a contract just to let Pete sit on a beach.
He's done it before,
A beach.
time and time again.
Yeah. Antonio Pierce getting free money. I know that. So,
look, I mean, you got to give Pete 3 years, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't just keep changing coaches and expect a different result after 1 year every single
hurts
year.
him. I think he was the biggest advocate in bringing in Gino. I don't know the behind the scenes conversations, but just their pass in Seattle, it lends you to believe that he was the one that said, "Hey, I need this guy to make my offense work." And then Gino played terrible, so it doesn't help him.
Right.
But I think if he distances himself from Gino, which I think the Raiders will probably get rid of him, and they'll go with Mendoza, then it's a fresh start. Then Pete can be evaluated.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Big deal, no big deal. Anything else? TA, you got any questions?
yes, she's got something right somewhere.
No.
No, okay, all right.
All right.
I helped you with all the other ones.
She did help.
Good stuff. Lot of different directions we could go. Fun to get back in the saddle again on a Monday morning. Real quickly, when we come back from a timeout, want to give you some code words tonight. Tonight is our last Monday Night Football party of the year. Now, we'll be broadcasting live 4 to 6, but then I got to scoot out. I got to go call the the Utah Tech SUU game tonight. So I will not be there to draw the prizes at halftime because I got to get over there and broadcast the game. But if you want to, you can come on over, hang with us, and we'll give you some code words to get some extra opportunity drawing tickets to win jersey and other cool prizes at halftime tonight. Last Monday night game of the year. Code words on the other side for our loyal listeners that come every week to Wingnuts. We'll take the break. Be right back. It's The Drive. Welcome back, everybody. It is The Drive. What's going on? Thanks for waking up with us here on the Fan Sports Network from the Findlay Hyundai Studios. Looking for a new car to wrap up the year. They got some incredible offers, including 0% on a bunch of select models. Go check it out over there off exit 13 in the Sienna Auto Mall. Save every day at Findlay Hyundai. We've got big news. I can't believe this headline. It's shocking. I'm still trying to let it resonate and sink in. Kyle Whittingham is no longer the coach of the Utah Utes. And we knew that he wasn't going to coach for Utah forever. We known that he was getting close. We thought to riding his Harley around the country and retiring.
Yeah.
So the shocking development is he walks away from Utah only to take a 5-year deal. And yesterday they had the press conference, and Michigan has got their new head football coach. He stepped down. He would step down at Utah after the bowl game. He's already been introduced. This is absolutely crazy. The state, Ute Nation, Ute fans, everybody is going, why is Kyle Whittingham not finishing his career as our head coach? 188 wins.
Yeah.
77 losses.
It's incredible to think.
An unbelievable. All the professionals that he's coached, all the guys that he's produced to the NFL, the Pac-12 title games, led him into the Mountain West, into the Big 12. I mean, he's been through different conferences. He's been through it all. He's been there 20 plus years.
Sugar Bowl versus Alabama. I mean, he's had all the wins, all the notable Utah wins. I know Urban Meyer had great success, but when you think of Utah football, it's synonymous with Kyle Whittingham.
And so Michigan fans have to be ecstatic right now.
Yeah.
This is not a normal, typical hire for the University of Michigan.
No.
But what a strange departure from Utah.
It was. And speaking on the Michigan thing, they always want a Michigan man. They always want a guy, they wanted Harbaugh, who played there and all that. They want a Michigan man, Brady Hoke, Bo Schembechler, all these guys.
The only one that wasn't was your guy, Rich Rod.
And
he was only there 2 seasons.
Yeah, he flamed out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think Whittingham's going to flame out, but Whittingham's a Utah guy, graduated from BYU, coached at Utah forever. But even him, he's got a clip here that I've pulled that whenever, he was 7 years old, he remembers watching Michigan, and he was legitimately all in from that moment. And I think if this job would have opened up right at this time, and I don't know that this was the last year, but when Michigan comes calling, he had all that free agent talk. Remember that talk, that presser he had where he's like, I'm a free agent.
Yeah.
And he kept saying that, and everyone's
joking about being in the portal.
Yeah, I'm going in the portal. And it's like, this guy's not going to go to another school. He's just going to retire.
Right.
But
he's 66.
He's 66, but when Michigan comes calling, you have to answer. And even a young Kyle Whittingham was hooked.
When I was 7 years old, I'm sitting in my living room watching a football game by myself, and it just happened to be Michigan versus Ohio State. And I saw those winged helmets come out of the tunnel, and Bo Schembechler leading them and playing against Woody Hayes, and I was hooked. I was hooked at that point. And so I've been, and that's the honest truth, So I've been watching Michigan football and following it for years. But when I was 7.
I mean,
wow.
And you would have had no idea, just a kid from Utah,
right.
But Michigan, it carries a lot of weight. It's one of the blue blood programs in all of college football. And when they come calling, it's hard to say no. I think that he was thinking about retirement, thinking about riding his Harley, like you're saying. But this is a 5-year deal. This is not a bridge to the next coach. Like one of my buddies was like, this would be great. Whittingham could come in 2 years, kind of like Bill O'Brien did after the Penn State scandal, kind of stabilize things a little bit and then get out. Well, but he's there for a 5-year contract.
That's the crazy thing. Whittingham's 66 years old.
Correct.
If he had gas left in the tank, my first thought is who screwed that up? Who pissed him off? Who made him? Who pushed him out? Who was in Morgan Scalley's camp going, Morgan needs to be the guy now. Coach, time's up. Go. You're old.
Yeah.
Like whoever did, if that's what happened, shame on that person because they botched it. The second longest tenured coach in the country.
Yeah.
21 years at the same school. Now, Coach Witt deserves to go out on his terms as he so please, and that's what he did. Yeah. I don't know that it's necessarily, after everything's kind of surfaced, that it's anything that Utah necessarily did wrong. It's just, once he announced it, Michigan saw he was available. They reached out. Things kind of proceeded, and Coach Witt's like, you know what? Yeah, I could go for 5 more years for Michigan, and that's generational money for my grandkids, if we put that in a nice nice savings plan by the time my grandkids are, the college is paid for. I don't know what he's thinking there.
Yeah.
But after announcing that he was going to step down after the bowl game, it wasn't even a week.
Yeah.
And all this started happening. And we didn't know that Sharon Moore's situation was going to escalate and he was going to get fired and he was going to be stalking women and be crazy. We didn't know he was a crazy train guy.
That's right.
Like, all this is just nuts to me.
It's all new. I mean, it all just burst on the scene. Like the Sharon Moore downfall, the Whittingham hire, it all happened within like a week and a half time. Like, it's crazy. A job as big as Michigan and our guy from Utah, I mean, it's just hard.
Why did he step down? Key players returning. It was a 10-win season. I know it's just the Las Vegas Bowl, but man, you didn't think Whittingham would ever take off and go to Michigan, did you?
Well, they was asked that at the press conference, and we've got it. He was asked if he felt mistreated by Utah as he stepped down, and we got the audio here.
I have, the administration of the university, for my entire time there, has been very supportive, and they treated me well. Again, it was my decision to step down, and I just felt, again, that the time was right, and I've seen too many coaches hang on too long and just, gosh, why didn't I retire 2 or 3 years ago, that type of deal. And so, in fact, I contemplated stepping down before last season, but we had such a frustrating season. We were our 5th quarterback at the end of the year, and just so frustrating that I just could not end on that note. And so came back and righted the ship, so to speak, and we got back on track. But, no, to answer your question, the university treated me nothing but good during my time there. The community, we had 100 straight sellouts and counting, and the support, and it was just a very enjoyable ride in Salt Lake City.
It's just mind-boggling. There's always
seems amiss.
Yeah.
Like,
I
think he sidestepped it a little bit.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. That he's going to say all the right things.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had Coach.
He's always been that way.
I've talked
He's
with Coach
classy,
Whittingham over the years. He's very, very articulate. He doesn't mince words. He's not going to give you any poster board material.
Yeah.
He says all the right things. He does all the right things. He coaches the right way. I think he ran the program his way.
Yeah.
He was paid well for being a coach at Utah.
Yeah.
It's not like they didn't take care of him. But he seemed like a homebody. He seemed like a guy that wanted to just get on his Harley and let the wind flow through his golden locks and ride off into the sunset like a young Bill Clinton, as Tara said. Tara thought that Coach Witt, his presser, looked a little like Bill Clinton today.
Kind of does.
Yeah.
Come on.
I like
He
it.
does.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's been on the Utah staff since 1994.
Yeah.
1994.
It's shocking. Like, when I saw it start to develop, and like Pete Nakos and like Thamel and all those guys were saying Whittingham's become the primary target in the search.
What I can't figure out, Paulie, did he really want to leave? Did he really want to leave after a 10-win season? After he saw his frustration after last season, couldn't leave unfinished business, had to come back for one more.
Yeah.
Now is it? He feels like the program's in a better spot that he can steal a bunch of their coaches and ride off into Michigan.
I don't buy that he left them in a good spot and he's moving on to Michigan. All
but
that.
The time is right. All we know that Coach Whittingham is saying is the time is right for me to step down from Utah.
What about the quote where he's saying, "I've been around coaches that have stuck around too long," and that's retirement talk. That's I'm going to call it quits. Not go to a brand new blue blood program and sign a 5-year contract.
When he did retire, the Michigan job wasn't even up yet. That happened afterward. And
That's true.
That's kind of like a perfect storm. It's like, oh, they're going to fire Sharon. Now they're calling me.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you, like he said,
Kind of the
why would you not
stars
take
align,
it?
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Morgan Scalley's only 46 years old.
I've heard and read, and this is not substantiated, but I've just heard and read from friends and Twitter and other sources that it seems as if they wanted the succession plan to move along. I think Scalley was kind of wanted to be the guy. And he's saying to the administration, hey, how long is this guy going to hold on? Like, I need to take this over, get my brand going, my program going. So I think they kind of might have pushed him a little bit out. You know, that pushed him into retirement.
Yeah, was
that'd
that
be
a
my
mistake?
guess.
Was that a mistake by Mark Harlan?
And that's
naming
what I
a
don't want to
coach
name
in waiting?
because I don't know who did it. But
Mark Harlan.
I think big donors and Harlan ultimately forced him out. Yes, that's my lean.
That's your lean.
That's my lean.
Well, I'm not saying they forced him. I'm saying they were the ones that announced Scally had been formally designated as the coach in waiting.
Yeah,
Right.
He was going to inherit the job when Whittingham retired. But what is Scally in a hurry to do?
But they named Scally head coach in waiting long ago. This was the succession plan for years. They had this mapped out. They were ready when Whittingham was ready to call it quits for Scally to take over. But for Whittingham to sign a 5-year contract, that doesn't mean he's ready to quit.
he was going to get $3.5 million to make it a smooth transition to stay on Utah as an advisor.
Yeah.
$3.5 million just to hang around the program.
Yeah, a little consultant role.
A little
come in
gas
little
money
bit.
for his Harley.
Yeah, that's right.
So when he announces it 2 weeks ago, you know, now you scroll forward to boom so quickly. Michigan, good for Michigan.
Good for Michigan.
Yeah.
This is a Michigan hire that
star
maybe
lineman.
everybody's raving about across the country. Michigan fans are coming down. I saw Portnoy going bananas over this hire. Provo
was.
Dave is now Utah Dave.
Our own local scene as well. Tony Chambers says he's a big Michigan football fan now, and he said he changed.
He's close with Coach Witt.
Yeah.
They've become friends over the years.
Yeah, so he's a big Michigan
At least
guy.
in Tony's eyes.
Yeah.
But there locally, it seems like a lot of people wishing him good luck, but they seem as if there's a little bit of resentment towards Utah for, I think, kind of ushering him out.
Here's the thing, though. Once a coach, always a coach. Coaching is in his blood. That's all he's known. You know, coaches want to coach until they can't ever coach anymore.
Sure.
And they will coach and coach and coach. That's all they're born to do in some
look
instances.
at Bill Snyder at Kansas State. What was he, like 80 something? You know, like 81 when he retired. So
it's a no-lose situation for him. He lands the Michigan job. He gets a pay raise. He goes to a program that greatly increases his chance to go to the college football playoffs and play for a national championship.
And
he gets his coaches that he brings on staff a pay raise.
Yeah.
You know, an average, he's making reportedly $8.2 million a year for 5 years with 75% of that money guaranteed. His salary at Utah was about $6.5 million.
Yeah.
Okay. So what he was paying in taxes, he's now going to take home that much more. That's nice.
Here's the quote I was talking about that I thought was kind of tongue in cheek. I'm a free agent. I'm in the transfer portal. Like I said, I'm at peace, and I did not want to be the guy that overstayed his welcome with people just saying, hey, when's this guy going to leave? That's not my intention and never was. I hope I didn't do that. I'm sure with some people, I did do that. But the timing to me, the timing is right. So that quote leads me to believe.
Things were not hunky-dory behind the scenes.
Yes.
Maybe there was some dissension from the offense and the defensive coordinators. I mean, Beck sure had a good
Beck
sure had a good year, averaged over 41 points a game.
And Thammel's saying Beck's the next Michigan offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And Jay Hill,
Also.
he's rating BYU and taking Jay Hill to be his defensive coordinator. Both those are official now.
Yeah.
So it's like he's rating the Beehive State of its best coordinators and their best head coach, in my mind, going to Michigan. So this was the biggest storyline of the weekend in the state of Utah.
100%. Mark Harlan, AD, Utah. Here's the quote.
Yeah.
The University of Utah is grateful for Coach Whittingham's incredible contributions over his long tenure at the university. Wish him and his family all the best with his next chapter and step in his career. Okay.
Yeah. Very politically correct. Good
After
statement.
discussions with Coach Whittingham, his representatives in the University of Michigan, we have granted their request to allow him to join the Michigan program immediately. So, because he had 2 years with his retirement and that $3.5 million as an advisory role, they had to let him out of that.
Yes.
And so Harlan was saying, yeah, that's what Coach wants. So he took the high road here. He went on to say, Morgan Scally is fully prepared to take over leadership of the Utah football program, and we join him in keeping our focus on our team, supporting our student athletes throughout this final game of the 2025 Las Vegas Bowl on December 31st.
Yes, and I'm reading some of the details of his contract. Had Whittingham simply retired, he would be positioned, like you said, to special assistant to the athletic director for 5 years with no requirement to work more than 10 hours per week, and would have been paid $1.925 million in that role. So I mean, this guy still wants to coach because if he wanted to chill, he had a nice setup going for him at Utah. So
It's just Michigan's happy. Ute fans they're stumped.
yeah.
And if somebody did screw that up and push him out, that's a big blunder.
It's an all-time black eye on
Now,
Utah.
the way they're spinning it, it's like Coach Witt went out on his own terms.
Yes.
And that's the way maybe Coach Witt saved some face for the university, maybe whatever disgruntled argument or discrepancies there was, whatever beef there was internally. I don't even know if we'll ever know about that. Like, what's the real story here? I mean, this is a head scratcher to me.
Yeah.
Like, Kyle Whittingham is the Michigan coach? What? Pinch me. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
A lot of Utah Ute fans will be keeping a close eye on Michigan football. I know that for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a sight to see next year when they play Ohio State. It's going to be awesome.
Jay Hill is the defensive coordinator. That hurts BYU. Back as the offensive coordinator, that's a double whammy to Utah because now you lose your OC and your long-tenured head coach. Man, crazy. Now, Jay Hill hasn't officially accepted the role yet, has he?
I think he has.
Has he already accepted it? I know it's anticipated. I didn't know if it was official yet.
I think it has been accepted.
Okay. I saw a lot of pictures on his social media soaking up that Pop-Tarts bowl, which leads me to believe you're correct. I just didn't know if it had been officially announced yet.
I think it has.
Looks that
I saw
way.
the tweet from Zenitz or Thamel or one of those lead beat reporters for college football.
Yeah. It's anticipated that he's going.
Oh, is it say anticipated still? I thought it was done.
Oh, maybe you're right.
No, it's saying not officially been announced.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't heard it official, Paul. If you're seeing official, help me understand where, because I have not
checking
seen it
Pete
officially.
Thamel's
It's
Twitter.
it looks likely like they've offered the job, and he might have said, "They give me a couple days. I just got done with the Pop-Tarts bowl. Let me kick it around."
I thought it was. Let me look.
Well, I mean, you can research it all you want, buddy, but I don't think it's official yet.
You might be right. I'm sorry.
I love
jumped
it
the
when
gun
I'm
there.
right.
You're right. I think I'm wrong here. I thought I saw it must have said anticipated or expected to be.
Yeah. All right. Closing shop on hour one. Man, longest tenured coach, Utah Utes, Kyle Whittingham, and Michigan head coach. Just wrap your mind around that on a Monday morning. I'm sure you've been trying to if you're a Ute fan all weekend long.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Is this a lot of Michigan fans going to be keeping a close eye on the Las Vegas Bowl?
Yeah.
Seeing how that offense with Beck looks, there are going to be a lot of them ratings might be higher with the Michigan fanfare for the Vegas Bowl on New Year's Eve. Are you going down to that game?
I am.
That's what I thought. You're going down to that game.
I am. Should be fun.
Yeah. All right. Hour one of the books presented by Coral Canyon Golf Course. They've got $80. Get out and play. It's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. The Coral Canyon Amateur as well. I'll be playing out there at Coral Canyon. Get your tee time, 688-1700. Hour one of the books, hour two coming up when we come back. Yeah, we're back. Lost Kings.
Yeah,
Made
Taylor's
the
mixing in some
playlist.
good ones.
Little house music here from the Finley Hyundai Studios. Hour 2, here we go on a Monday. Not just any Monday, game day Monday. John Judkin's going to be stopping by the show here in about 15 minutes, and we're going to give you a chance to go see that game tonight at the Burns Arena. SUU, Utah Tech, men's basketball showdown. Women are playing 6:30 up at the AFAC in Cedar City. So they'll be playing today as well. Let's go. Let's get this rivalry started, huh? Let's get you some headlines this morning brought to you by St. George Tent Shop and our friends JC at Color Country Custom Coating. One-stop shop over there. Everything to get your vehicle decked out with tint, that protective coating, protect the paint. If you get a new car, you got to go down there and get it tinted and put that coating on from JC. Right there, kind of across from Culver's, just in the off of Riverside Drive, you'll find St. George Tint and Color Country Custom Coating. Let's do it! Well, the little tweak to the RPI rankings post-Christmas. Where do our local teams stand in high school hoops? Well, I'll tell you, the Pineview Panthers, number 1 in the RPI at 8-3. They got a 17.98 rating. That is ahead of Provo, who is 17.69. Crimson comes in third, 15.8. Dixie fourth at 15.1. And Hurricane sixth at 14.3. Even though Hurricane lost those 2 pre-Christmas Region 9 games.
Yeah.
They went 1-2. They beat Desert Hills, but lost those other 2 games. They are still 6th in the RPI rankings that, of course, will seed everybody for the state tournament. A lot of our local teams playing some tournament games today, tomorrow, and Wednesday.
Yeah.
No more region games till January the 7th. That's when we will be back on the airwaves with more high school hoops for you here on the Fan Sports Network, on the radio and on the live stream.
Nice.
Yeah. Of course, BYU wins the Pop-Tarts Bowl over the weekend. Down 21-10, comes storming back to win 25-21, beating Haynes King, Brent Key, and Georgia Tech. I know it's 12 versus 22, but it does strengthen BYU's case that they should have got a shot in the college football playoffs when you see them beat another ranked team.
Yeah.
With that comeback and how impressive the defense was. You can't tell me that BYU wouldn't have given Oregon a better game, or JMU actually gave Oregon they did cover the spread. they did cover the Tulane. Okay, let me use Tulane for.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me BYU wouldn't have given a better effort than Tulane.
Yeah, there's got to be some modifications to the playoff. There can't be 2 non-Power 4 schools in the tournament.
Yeah, and leave BYU and Notre Dame out.
That's right.
Yeah, I still don't like that Notre Dame opted out. I would have loved.
But Miami proved they deserved to be
yes,
there.
Yes,
Miami deserved. They should be there.
Huge win.
Ugliest game I've ever watched.
10-3.
And there was wind or something that was making the passes like just go way over the heads, short, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, the kicks, everything.
Yeah,
it was so
I thought
off.
you were playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been me out there. I mean, the way the balls were flying, but they got that big W, and I was like, wow, Miami deserved it.
By the way, how is our brackets looking?
Yes, we need an update on that. Do we have those?
I don't have them.
Oh, you don't?
I don't know where they went.
Yeah, me neither.
You threw them
You
away.
and I
Paulie was
just
scared.
have 1 loss.
Yes.
Devin missed 2.
2. Because
So-
I missed Alabama. And you missed Miami. And Devin missed
Alabama.
I had Oklahoma.
And Miami.
Yeah. So you're bringing up the rear once again, buddy.
Not if Georgia wins it all.
I know. It's kind of like the NCAA tournament. The first couple days,
Yeah.
you get some points there.
Yeah,
but
what are you talking about? I haven't lost anything.
That's right. You're rooting for those dogs.
I mean, if Indiana loses this game this weekend,
Then
Tara's
will be
bracket can
fried.
rip it up.
That's right.
I'm fried. Yeah, I can just throw it away.
And if Texas Tech
Tech.
loses this weekend, you can rip yours up.
That's
Because
right.
Georgia ain't losing.
We'll see.
Yeah, I like that matchup. I think Ole Miss going to have something for those dogs, buddy.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Other news. Let's keep it local. Utah Mammoth are finally back from Christmas break. Utah going back into action tonight with the matchup versus the Predators. Mammoth beat Nashville last time out 3-2 in overtime. That was back in October, though.
We were at that game.
Yeah, we were.
That was Cooley, Gunther lighting the lamp.
Gunther overtime, or
I think McBain scored in that
I
game
think it
as
was
well.
Gunther overtime.
okay.
Yeah. Utah right now 18-3 on the year.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of speculation from like the Elliot Friedman, who's kind of the NHL insider, that the Mammoth are going to look to make a move at the deadline of significance because with Cooley's injury, they know they've got some holes on the D pairs as well. So I expect there might be some movement come the deadline for the Mammoth, who are really, they said all off season long, it's playoffs or bust.
Yep.
So they are going to try and bolster the roster, I think. Because right now, they just don't have enough.
Ryan Smith needs that playoff revenue to continue to expand the Delta Center.
Keep the lights on, right?
The Jazz have some time off before their next game. Utah will be back on the floor tomorrow against the Celtics at home. Jazz beat Boston 105-103 on the road in their first matchup back in November.
Yeah.
Keontae had 31 in that game. Jazz are 12-19 entering this game tomorrow and have been playing well as of late.
Yeah, I actually got a side-by-side here I'm looking at. I bookmarked it, Tara, if you want to put it for the YouTube viewers. Sorry.
No,
the side-by-side of Keontae George and Donovan Mitchell this season. So the points, pretty close. 25 for Keontae, 25.7 for Donovan. Rebounds, 4.3 to 4.7. Assists, Keontae's dominating, 7 to 4.6. Turnovers, he's got a little more than Donovan, 3.5 to 2.9. But those are the major stats. So how much do Jazz fans miss Donovan Mitchell? That's what I want to ask, is because Keontae is blooming. He's literally blooming into what could be a star for this team.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I think him and Lowry have been carrying the load, and man, Walter Clayton had a huge night off the bench the other night. Like the Jazz are playing well. I mean, to beat the Spurs, to beat the Spurs who just went to the NBA Cup, championship game, the in-season championship game.
That's right.
Like, a lot of fun. Other news: Broncos can clinch a first-round bye when they host the Chargers Sunday at Mile High. Team is coming off a 2013 win over the Chiefs on Christmas Day. Bo Nix, Bo knows, 37-90, passing 25
that's
touchdowns.
sacrilegious. Don't even.
Yeah.
That's only for Bo
She
Jackson, not
likes
Bo
Bo
Nix.
Jackson.
Same name.
No,
Same name.
One's,
even close.
One's a Hall of Fame.
One's way better.
One could be a Hall of Famer. This is his
Maybe.
second year in the league. Give him a break. Give him a
He'll
break.
still never be Bo
The
Jackson.
Broncos, can you think about it? What the Broncos have done,
Yeah.
shorthanded with all that dead cap money hit from the Russell Wilson deal.
Yeah.
You got to give Sean Payton a hell of a lot of credit. I mean, they've got a chance to be the #1 seed and clinch a Mile High. I mean, the road to the Super Bowl might go through the AFC in Denver.
Yeah.
Like it's a great turnaround.
Sure.
And Bo Nix is right in the middle of it all.
He is. I think he's played really well this year. But Bo knows there was a poster made, shirts made. It's
Yeah.
Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we need to come up with a new nickname.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I got a headline.
I'm gonna let you handle that one.
All right, I'll work on the nickname. You're a nickname guy.
Both
though.
throws.
Yeah,
Both
both
throws.
throws. There you go. That was right off the cuff. Good job, buddy. All right,
13-3. Broncos are 13-3.
They are, and we're the affiliate of the Broncos on this station, right?
Yeah.
That's
Although the satellite's been malfunctioning,
No.
it's been rough. We've got to rewire some things, get that dialed in. But
Gotcha.
I don't listen on Sundays.
Yeah, me
I'll be
neither.
honest. I'm watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one day I'm planted in front of my TV for my Seahawks games.
All right, I got one that it serves as the day Tara leaves for her cruise, but it's also the opening of the NCAA transfer portal, January 2nd, and remains open through January 16th. The 15-day window is going to be opening soon, and there are a lot of hot prospects in the portal right now. There is a lot of big-name quarterbacks, receivers, receivers, edge rushers. I was reading an article by On3 about what the costs are for these elite quarterbacks, edge rushers, running backs, wide receivers, and it's going to get wild this portal.
Get your bag of money out, back up the Brinks truck, and let's go.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right. We're going to see a lot of movement the next about week and a half or so. I mean, I really think it's going to intensify. First day of the portal opening, you'll see guys going everywhere. So should be like free agency at the college level, realistically. It really will be. So this will be something I'm going to be glued into quite a bit come the next couple days.
All right, those are some of your headlines making news on the drive. Top 8 at 8 brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get out and play. Get your tee time 688-1700 or go to coralcanyongolf.com. And Coral Canyon Amateur this weekend. I'll be teeing it up. I'm playing Friday and Saturday out there at Coral Canyon. I'm excited,
You go, buddy.
Might be the only amateur I play all spring, but gotta go play the old Coral Canyon. Love that track. All right, got to take a break because when we come back, Coach Judkins want to clear some time. Juddy is going to join us in studio. T-Birds Blazers tonight. WAC opener, Burns Arena. Juddy will break it down for us. Chance to win some tickets. All that straight ahead. Did you miss us? It's the Fan Sports Network Morning Drive. Devin, Paulie, Tara, and now joined by legendary coach. He's not leaving Utah Tech to take the job at Michigan. John Judkins in the house. Juddy, how we doing? How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was good. A few days off. It's always nice to spend a lot of time with some family, and it was good. Enjoyed it.
The old St. Nick found you?
He did, believe it or not.
Good,
Yeah, he did good.
New Blazer polo?
No.
What is Mr. Six-time, the winningest the coach in Utah basketball history? What does he get for Christmas? Like, did you get a new tie to wear on the sideline? Like, what
I
do you
get to
get for
send my
Christmas?
family to Disneyland is what I get to do.
Send them?
Yeah,
You get to send them?
Yeah, I'm staying home.
You don't get to go.
They're leaving tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm going. We got.
So you're doing the
Abilene
trip.
Christian, so I'm not. Yeah, they're going. So that's what I'm doing. No, it's been just spending time with them, and just that to me that's the most important thing ever. So it's good.
Love it. Big game tonight.
Big game.
Yeah.
Started conference play number 1, and then number 2, obviously playing SUU makes it even double power.
Kind of bring us up to speed so far. How do you feel about the guys, the season so far, where you sit going into conference play?
Yeah, we call them 3 seasons, really 4 seasons, but our first season is the non-conference. We just got done with that. Went 7-7. Thought we could have done better. There's 2 games that I thought we should have won. Should have. One was Portland State here, and then in Hawaii, the New York team. Went blank a little bit here.
Was it Manhattan?
Manhattan, yeah. Those are the 2 that I think we should have got. So we go 7-7. We played some really good teams with the 4 bye games, obviously that were tough. But I thought we got better playing those. I thought that was good. So that's the first season. Now we start the second season, which is the conference play, and we got to do better than we did the first season. And then the third season would be the WAC tournament, and then the 4th season is hopefully the NCAA tournament. So those are kind of how we break it up, and so we're really excited to start. But again, I thought we grew a lot. I thought we came together as a team. The Weber State game, for example, was a good game. One that that we maybe would have lost early in the year, but we stayed together. We kept fighting and pulled it out. So again, I thought it was a good preseason for us. We traveled a lot. The Hawaii thing, we had 5 games in 8 days, was crazy, and then we had 1 game in 2 weeks, and so it's just tough. It's the preseason stuff is a tough thing to do, but again, overall, I thought I was pretty happy with it.
But you got to see some really unique teams. You got to play Arizona State, Hawaii, Creighton. You played some really good basketball programs. Yeah. I know SUU going into the game tonight, they've had a tough schedule as well.
Yeah, I mean, most of us do. I mean, that you have to go play those. The bye game. We play Santa Clara as well. You do that, and sometimes it comes out, but as long as somebody gets hurt. But again, I would rather play the best teams you can play. I think you get better by doing that. I really do. I think nothing against the NAIs or Division II teams, but again, do you get better in those games? I don't know. I think the D1s, the top D1s, you get better, and hopefully nobody gets hurt.
SUU goes into this game tonight at 4-9. Like I said, they've played a really tough schedule as well. You guys are 7-7. You're going to be home. So you're favored tonight, 6 or 7 point favorites in this game tonight. How excited are the guys to finally get to conference play?
Oh, I think they're excited. I think also being back home, we've been gone for a while, and the worst part about it is we have to play these teams 3 times. The WAC this year, we do have SUU at our place twice, which is nice. The worst part about it, when I saw the schedule at first came out, I thought, what are we doing playing on the 29th of December? No one's going to be there. It's our rival game. Where's our students are going to be still home in Christmas break, and so that part. But then we play them again in February here too, so it'll be better. But I think it's exciting. I've heard a lot of students are going to come back and come to the game, and then kind of hang out here for a week before school starts. So hopefully that happens. But everybody's got to do it. But this is our first one. Then we go play Abilene Christian on Thursday, and that's their first game. They don't play it all this week until us, and so it's like, oh my goodness, how do we start this off? But again, everybody's got to do it, so it's just part of how the WAC has to do it with teams jumping out. Yeah, we didn't want to do this. Our vote was to go play like in a preseason or like a challenge, a conference challenge with another conference, but we just couldn't get it to get it to work. So again, we got Utah Valley in here twice at home. We got Southern Utah in here twice at home. So I think there's some good things that's going to happen out of it. But we got to come ready to play tonight because, like you said, watching SUU, they're solid. They've had some injuries like we've had. A lot of their guys should be back this year, but they got the talent. They just have played some really tough teams.
And speaking of the talent, coach, one guy you've probably seen him on the film is Elijah Duvall. He's just a freshman for the T-Birds and leads them in almost every statistical category. I mean, what have you seen from number one and this offense? What are they going to try and do against you guys that you got to stop tonight?
Well, he's really good at penetration. We got to be ready to. We can't leave a guy guarding him on an island. We call it. We got to be in the gaps. We got to be making him. He's very good at getting to the basket. And we got to make him shoot contested shots, threes or twos. Yeah, he's fast. He's got pretty good size. He's one of their guys too as well. And then they got some shooters with him. I mean, I think that's one thing he penetrates really well and kicks for those threes. We just got to control him. But again, I look at the Weber State kid. He's bigger than him, but he's the speed's about the same, and he hurt us. So we got to be ready for that.
How much do you care about the matchup history since you guys have both become in the same conference and that rivalry? There's 7-4.
No, I agree with Coach.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you look at it, but you hear about it. Excuse me, I don't look at it. I hear about it from you guys and other stations or other radio or TV or newspapers or whatever we have it, or we get on our website and we see it. But no, it's a whole different team. It's a whole different year. It's
a new era of college basketball.
Yeah, it's every year you got a new team. I mean, if you have the same team back and they have the same team back, then you would maybe think that. But no, it's just let's start over and get it done.
They've been giving up 81 a game. Is that their opponents, or do you see some things you guys can exploit tonight? Give me a little bit of insight.
They play fast. They push it. That's one of our goals too, is transition defense. The two games we just played with Weber State and Creighton, that's what they did too as well. Creighton really pushed it and shot a lot of threes. So we got to do a good job of getting back in transition. Again, it's hard to look at those stats, Dev, because they play some teams, the NAIs or the Division IIs, and they beat a team 100 to 60 or 150 or whatever it is, and so it's hard to really look at those numbers and say, oh, they give up this. So again, we just look at their last couple of games, watch them. We watch them all year long, obviously, because we see them so much with us playing this close together. But we watch their last 5 games, and we kind of look at that. Look at the teams that are a lot like us, and how we play and how they guard certain things and how we guard certain things, and so it's kind of a match that way, but they do push it, no question. They like to get out and score.
Do you like how your team's sharing the ball right now? It seems like your team's sharing the ball, and that's always something you look for. And it's not just from your point guard. It's almost like you got 3 point guards on the floor at the same time, and you've had to go a little deeper at point guard with Chance out that one game.
Yeah, I did. We did. So I liked it. That's one thing. I think Rod asked me that question. What have we learned for the preseason? And that's one thing I think we're getting a lot better with is sharing the ball, more assists when we have turnovers. We got some guys out of position. I mean, for example, Juice, he's not a point guard. When we got him, he's more of a 2-3, but we needed him to play some point. We put him there. We also have Chance, who's not a point guard. We recruited him as a 2 and a 3, and he's playing the point. Madiba's another one that's been playing the point.
Yeah.
We got Boston, who's been hurt, and so he hasn't been there. And so it's been kind of like find somebody who can do it, but we try to get them off the ball. I don't know if you saw the Weber. We had Chance play it a little bit. We had Madiba play a little bit, and Juice. We kind of rotated those 3 around. Just playing the point, you get tired. You're always having the ball in your hand. You're always trying to get us in your offense. So we've been doing a good job with that, trying to get different people at that spot. But you're right, it's a tough merry-go-round. But again, I think we're sharing it better. I think our turnovers are gone down. Our guys are starting to buy in and know what's working and seeing it and taking care of the ball, and it's been fun to watch.
Tonight, Burns Arena, Utah Tech and SUU. John Judkins live with us here in studio. Paulie, go ahead.
Sorry, Coach. Just wanted to ask your kind of wide glance at the WAC in general. I mean, all 4 teams with 4 or less losses, Cal, BAP, and UVU with 3 losses at the top of the conference. This conference play hasn't started yet, but overall records.
They play tonight, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, not everybody plays tonight, but almost everybody does. No, but you look at Cal Baptist; they're playing really well. Their 3 losses, they had a tough road trip. They came into Utah and lost to BYU and Utah. So you take those 2 out, but they're solid. They were picked to win their conference. Utah Valley, I think, is surprising a lot of people. They lost a lot of guys. They lost 11 out of their 13 in the portal last year.
Wow.
So they went back in, but the 2 they kept are pretty dang good. And they really gelling it together. But they're playing. He told me the other day that he feels this is one of the best teams he's coached. I don't think it's talent wise he has. I think he had more talent last year, but boy, they are really playing good together and getting along very well. Then you got Abilene Christian, who played BYU really tough that first half. Also, they played Arizona, and they got Arizona to do 22 turnovers. So,
wow.
So it's just that's how they play. They want to speed you up. They want you to turn you over. And so we got our hands full. The WAC is good. I think people don't respect the WAC as much as they should. Grand Canyon now is out. I look at Grand Canyon's team now, and they're not even what they were in the WAC. I mean, give them credit there, but they lost the Foster kids now at Gonzaga.
Yeah.
They were so loaded the last couple of years, and now you look at them and they've dropped. And they should have gone up going into the Mountain West, and their team's not as good as they've been in the WAC. So we'll see. But I know knowing Coach Drew, he'll get them back in there.
SU's 0-8 on the road. Does that matter to you guys at all?
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to win on the road. It's really hard. The travel, number one, and then just officiating. And here, I think our games between us two, it goes down to the wire. It's always going to be a battle. It's just like the Weber State stuff.
Yeah,
they beat us here on a buzzer beater last year. We beat them there on a buzzer beater kind of thing. It's just it just happens. But when you go on the road in the WAC, if you look at not just us and SUU, it's everybody. It's a tough thing to do to win on the road. And I don't know it could be travel, could be a lot of different things, but you got to be physical to be back in Texas. It's just really a rough physical game. And that's one reason why we wanted to play Creighton. That's why we wanted to play Arizona, to kind of get used to that, because that's what they are. They're bigger, stronger, and really physical.
Coach, we talked about it a lot during the football season, the battle for the axe, the rivalry. Does this feel like a rivalry game with SUU? Do you feel it's different than other games?
Yeah,
like from the students, from the environment.
Yeah, everybody talks about the whole town. I mean, we've been trying to play these guys for years when we were D2 and all that. So it's been great. We want to keep it going. We'll do the dark uniforms like a lot of schools do with the rival game. We'll be wearing navy blue tonight, and they'll be wearing their red.
Nice.
We do some stuff like that to try to keep that rival going. The hard part is the transfer portal. You get all these kids in, and they're not really from Utah, and so they're like, well, "This is another game." It's like, no, this is not another game, and so you have to kind of tell them the reasons and how it got started, and then there it goes. And you see that a lot. You see Utah, BYU doing that. That some of these guys that come in don't understand the rival of it until they get into it.
Yeah.
And then it gets better. But yeah, for us, it's always, and for this town, it always is.
You can feel it. Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So Awana knows the importance of this game tonight, right? That's been ingrained.
Yeah, that's been ingrained. Yeah, I said with that, and also just the first WAC game too. I just think it's a big start for everybody, and so we got to get people there. If our students not being there, we need everybody. Please come out and support it. It should be fun. What are you going to do on a Monday night, right? There's nothing else to do. Come on out and you should have it should be a fun game.
Yeah. Yeah, tonight, women at 6:30 up in Cedar, men at home at 7, ESPN Plus, and live right here on the Fan Sports Network, 93.1 in Cedar, of course, 99.5 or 95.3 here in St. George. Juddy doesn't care, but the all-time series, since they've both been Division I, 7-4, you play 3 times this year. By the end of the season, it could be 7-7.
Well, we could play 4 times this
year.
That's true. Last year
they
we played
beat you twice during the regular season, but you got them in the conference tournament.
Yeah, and so this year we play them 3, and then we could play them again in the tournament again. Who knows? And so, you know, that happens. And like I said, last year I thought we were going pretty good at the end of the year, and so it was good to. It was kind of weird to be a visiting team at home, you know, that conference tournament. But I'm glad the WAC let all teams play in that tournament, which that's how it should be in all conferences. Is every team should be able to go to the conference tournament. It's hard enough coaching and keeping your guys focused and keeping them going. And if you know you're not going to the tournament, good luck keeping those guys focused and motivated to play. So that part was really smart on the WAC, and hopefully the Big Sky is doing the same thing and we jump into that next year, which I believe they do.
Is there anything about coaching in 2025 that's easier than it was in 2005?
Oh, dude, no, it's worse. It's terrible. It's worse. It's
You're spending
just,
less time coaching and more time recruiting and re-recruiting your own team,
retaining, recruiting, finding NLI money. It's completely changed. And like I said, I like kind of some of the things the NCAA's done, but they got to control it, man. They got to get this portal under control. Yeah. You know, you look at some of these kids and they've gone four different schools in 4 years. Right. I mean, what good is that? I mean, the APR points, and some guys don't know what that is, but you get points as long as your guys are eligible and graduate. You know, we're always talking about schools first. The NCAA's not. These kids aren't graduating who are going to 4 schools in 4 years. They're not graduating. And so that they're missing the big picture there. We got to do. I think the transfer should be one free transfer. I do think kids make mistakes out of high school or whatever. They go somewhere thinking, "Hey, I'm going to play a lot." They go maybe sometimes for the money,
right?
And they this is not very fun, and so they want. I understand that. Give them one free one, and then after that, to me, it's got to be you sit, and then you get guys like, well, if I go sit, I'm not going to transfer. And then they don't. Yeah, and they don't. So I think that's one area, and then they got to do something with the NIL. They got to
salary cap it.
Yeah, salary cap it, and even have 2-year contracts or something. Yep. But it's got to get better. But again, the teams are doing well and making a lot of money and keeping us going, or they don't have a problem with it. But it's guys like
the product's good at the top level.
Yeah.
I mean, BYU's competing just fine right now.
The college football playoff
with a $9 million roster.
Yeah, they didn't have a $9 million roster the last couple of years, but now they do. So so I guess we throw $9 million in there, we might be there. But no, it's just, you know, and I think it's good for the sport. I think it's good for the players. I think you see more college. The school thing I get, you're not graduating, but one thing I do like about it is now guys are staying in college,
coming back
because they're making money instead of going to the NBA and sitting the bench or going to the G League. Wait till you see those G League guys come out there. Those are crazy. That BYU's got a guy coming out of the G League
back to school,
back to school, you know, and has one semester left.
What about the kid at Baylor that got drafted? He got drafted into the NBA and is coming back. It makes no sense.
It's crazy. It's just they got to get some control. But again, so the NLI, the money, like you said, the money part does get kids in school, but they just got to get rid of that transfer thing, not let them go so much, and it could be a good thing. But anyway, it's something we have to adjust to, but it has. When you ask the question about coaching 2025 compared to 2005, it's a lot different, and it's sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. But I sometimes wish I'm kind of old school. I wish we'd go back to the other way. But you know, the conferences now. I mean, the travel. It's so far now, and all these different conferences. They used to do it like certain areas
regionally.
It's just changed. Yeah, it's just changed a ton.
Yeah. Ethan Potter
playing great, doing great.
Take me through that Weaver State, that final 20 points. He's the WAC player of the week. Chance again. Finds him, again. And was that exactly what you wanted in that situation?
Kind of. You know, you drop a play. Jake did a good job. Jake's my offensive coordinator on that situation, and he drew up a play that we kind of hurt him with before. And he came with it again, and Chance made a great decision. They stopped our first option, and he decided to get to the basket. When you make things happen, we always say to get an advantage, get 2-on-1. That's exactly what he did. And then, you know, Ethan was at the right spot. He made a great catch. It was, you know, he kind of down a little bit low on the pass, but he caught it and laid it in, and it was good. But we were up 6. I thought, okay, here we go, and then we gave up 2 3-point plays, 2-and-1s on fouls, you know, where we just got to keep the guy in front. But, you know, our guys didn't get nervous. They didn't get scared. They knew what they had to do, and they ran that play. And we spent a lot of time doing that, doing skeleton stuff, doing some game situations. It's never the same in practice. You know, we did it yesterday as well, and just kind of going through stuff just to make sure you know what play are we going to do late in the game, or when this happens, we do this, we do this. You try to prepare them, but it's in games, it's a lot different than it is in practice. And so they did a good job, and Ethan made a big shot there.
Yeah, 23 points, 82-80. The last win for Utah Tech was at Weber State. Went on to Creighton. That was a Big East physical game, man. I thought you guys were going to get hurt.
Yeah, that was fun. That was an incredible gym and the incredible city. I mean, it's a college town. Then you drive by the baseball field, the NCAA thing. Yeah. That's pretty cool. You know, and so that was really fun. And they're just big and they could shoot it. I mean, their bigs were really shooting the 3-ball deep. I mean, we had 4 shot clock violations we thought we had, and they hit threes with 1 second, and they're like 35-footers. They're good. They're really shooting the ball. But that was a fun experience right before Christmas and stuff, and then getting back. But we're excited. It should be fun. But Ethan's playing well. He is. He's doing everything we got. We got to get him some time off, though. He's been playing about 35 minutes a game. I just don't want to burn him out or have injuries or different things. And I went with Dario the last 2 games off the bench over to Toby and had a good talk with Toby. We need both those guys to give Ethan a little bit of a break. Otherwise, we're gonna burn him out and have some injuries.
You lead the WAC in 3-point attempts. Is that by design? I mean, everybody's got a green light, Juddy, right now.
Yeah,
24.6 a game.
Yeah, 3-pointers are big in the game, and we just got to make them. You know, we spend a lot of time in practice shooting them, and again, I think that's the game nowadays. You know, I mean, that's what Creighton got us. They just shot the heck out of the ball, and so, you know, we got to continue to shoot it, but we got to shoot good ones. You know, inside. We always say inside it out. Get the ball in the paint, either by a pass or by a penetration, and then kick it out for shots. But teams our WAC is pretty good at that of stopping the 3-ball, and so we got to take what the defense gives us. And right now the 3 balls are open. We just gotta knock them down.
Yeah, three straight games you've shot over 50% from the field, though.
Yeah, we're spending a lot of time with it. So hopefully it's getting better. And they're feeling a little bit more comfortable in the offense. They know where they need to be. The ball's getting there on time. It's getting better.
Overall health of the team, you happy with it?
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, we still have, the sickness going around and things like that where everybody goes through that. We just, make sure they're getting rest, make sure they get good food and a lot of fluids and try to keep them going. But so far, so good.
Rob G, go ahead, Tara.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Rob Jeter and the T-Birds coming down for the feud on 15, Burns Arena. Hashtag pack the Burns tonight, like Juddy mentioned right at the start of our interview. Students aren't back in school till the 7th or 8th or something. So they're still on. A lot of them go home for the holidays and aren't back in town. So the community, Cedar City and St. George, are going to have to show up to pack the Burns tonight.
Yeah, and I think they will. A lot of people have talked about it, and I think our school's done some things to try to get more people there. And it should be fun. It's always a rival, fun game to be involved with. So hopefully they'll come out and do it. Hope to see you there. I know you're going to be there, big guy.
I'll be there. Yeah, we'll be calling the game on the radio tonight for you. And we do have 3rd row right behind Juddy. You're going to be close enough behind Coach Judkins. You'll see him not sit down tonight. You'll see him stomp on the floor. Probably won't see a technical tonight. It is the holidays. He's still in a good mood. So, but you'll be right in the middle of the action. We got a pair of tickets to give away. What color should we take, Juddy?
Let's go number.
Who's hot right now?
30. Who's hot? What do you mean?
Don't make Terrell go caller 35.
Yeah, 35. Yeah, that's Potter's number, 35.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. Yeah. Let's go number 9.
All right. Okay. Hey, the old high school football number.
There you go.
Nice.
Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
K9.
Wow,
K9.
there you go.
Caller number 9 right now. We got right behind Utah Tech, 3rd row. You'll be great seats tonight. We got a pair of tickets for you. Caller number 9. Juddy, good luck tonight. We'll see you over at the Burns Arena.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
7 o'clock tip-off. T-Birds and Blazers. ESPN Plus for TV, fan on radio, or get your butt over there on a Monday night and watch the game in person. All right, we'll take caller 9 right now. Paulie, tell everybody the number to call.
435-990-9950 is the hotline.
I wanted to make sure he didn't forget
I
the
remembered
studio
it.
line.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah, he had that
gone.
memorized.
I haven't
man.
Week's
gone a little bit.
vacation, 435-990-9950. Caller 9, third row. You'll be able to hear Juddy drawing up a play in a timeout with these tickets to watch the rivalry game tonight. We'll be right back. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Always fun to have the legendary John Judkins in studio. Gracious enough to stop by on a Monday morning. It's a game day.
Yeah.
Always fun to have Juddy talking hoops. A lot has changed since he started coaching.
Yes.
But one thing remains the same. Once you get game time, it'll be competitive tonight. It'll be a battle, and it should be very entertaining tonight. By the way, the line, Utah Tech is favored by 7.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you at all, Paulie?
Well, I mean,
just because of the non-conference,
struggled, you know, they're 4-9, so the bookmakers probably looking at that a little bit and looking at their large deficits and a lot of their losses.
They got a whole new roster too this year.
Yeah, and like Coach Judkins was saying, they're dealing with some injuries as well, so could be a perfect storm for Utah Tech tonight at home.
Actually, I'm seeing it went to 8 now in some spots.
Okay, so it's moving up,
which is a little surprising in a rivalry game that it's that many. But 7-7, 4-9. But look at who SUU has played, Paulie. I mean, they played Gonzaga. Like they play like the matchup.
They played some big
They
teams.
played tough teams.
Yeah.
they have.
Utah Tech has as well. I mean, Arizona State, Hawaii, Creighton. It's not like they've had a cakewalk.
Yeah.
I would argue that SUU's preseason schedule might be just a smidge tougher, though.
It is. They've played more Power 4 teams: Oregon State, Washington State, Arizona State. You know, they've played Robert Morris, not a Power 4, but a good. You know, and they lost to them as well. So. Look at their schedule. They had a loss to Northern Arizona on the road as well. So they've had a tough go of it in the non-conference, to say the least. But we're into conference play. It's a whole new season.
Yeah,
like Coach Judkins was saying, 4 different seasons. Well, and the non-conference, the conference, the WAC tournament, and the NCAA. So
and Rob Jeter, the quote on SUUTbirds.com. And we'll try to get Coach Jeter on maybe before the next rivalry game for our listeners up there in Cedar City.
Yeah.
But he said everybody is 0-0 now. We had the hardest non-conference of anybody in the league, which means we are more prepared than anybody else to handle some adversity. So they're 0-8 on the road. They played all these tough teams, and now that they're in a conference play, you know, the big question mark is how does that translate?
And I'm really interested. Obviously, Ethan Potter's off to a fiery, scintillating start, but there's a familiar face for me that I see on the SUU roster, and he's averaging about 9 points a game, 6 rebounds. Isaiah Cottrell, he used to play for the Mountaineers in West Virginia, transferred to UNLV, and now he's at SUU. So he's 6'11", 245. That's a big body. It's going to be something for Potter down low. That's one of the matchups I'll be watching.
Well, and they've been good on the glass.
Yeah.
T-Birds are good on the glass. Jaden Faroa, Isaiah Cottrell, those guys have been great on the glass. They're both top 10 in rebounds per game in the WAC.
Yeah.
Now, we don't have any WAC games, but they still compile those stats and kind of give you a pecking order.
Sure.
For the preseason. Tech averages 78 a game, holding opponents to 73. And SU is about 77 a game, but giving up 81. So, and they do have some common opponents, West Coast Baptist, Bethesda.
Arizona State.
They played some of the same teams, so you do have a little bit of a barometer there. But I think you kind of throw all that out when you get into a rivalry game.
Yeah. I would say so. I mean, they both common opponent was Arizona State. SUU lost 81-64. Utah Tech lost 81-66.
Yeah.
So pretty relatively comparable against a like opponent.
Correct. We will be tonight is our last Monday Night Football party of the year. We do have Monday Night Football over at Wingnuts. We'll be broadcasting live 4 to 6. Do want to give our listeners in the morning show the code words for tonight to get you some extra opportunity drawing tickets. If you've been at home for the holidays, you've been spending a lot of time, you want to get out, not cook for a meal and watch the game with people that like getting out and mingling. And, you know, we've got a good base of a crew of people that are regulars that come to Wingnuts, but we always love it when we get some new faces. If you've been thinking about coming all year but haven't made it over to Wingnuts, tonight is your last chance.
Yes. I've got the code words for you now for the Falcons. We're going to go with the Dirty Bird, the original Dirty Bird, Jamal Anderson.
Yes.
Double D needs to summon a little Dirty Bird from Bijan tonight and go crazy for him in his fantasy game.
Oh, my gosh.
But it will be Jamal Anderson for the Falcons. And for the Rams, let's go with another running back, a member of the greatest show on turf, How about Marshall Falk? We'll
There
go
you
those
go.
two for the code words tonight.
There you go. If Bijan can get me 50, I got a chance tonight. He's got to have a Derrick Henry-esque performance
I feel like
tonight.
Bijan had like a 40-plus point game just a couple weeks ago, though.
He
right?
did.
Yeah, so
He did.
he is capable.
Yep.
That's all you got to keep in mind. Capable.
Capable. Yeah. You know what killed me?
Derrick Henry.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, when you spot somebody 50 before you've even had a guy play, it's just tough.
Yeah,
it's just tough to win your championship game. I think Derrick Henry won a lot of. If you're in a championship game, you had Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Good luck beating that person.
That's right. I mean, it reminds me, my buddy was in a championship years ago when Alvin Kamara scored 6 touchdowns in the final week of the regular season. Like, how are you going to win against somebody who has that on their team?
Yeah.
Even if everybody on your team goes above projections, you got nobody that's scoring 6 touchdowns. So, and Henry had 3 and over 100, and it was just a classic Henry game.
NFL, it was good. Bears fans probably not waking up happy. What a game, right? Last
game.
night. Panthers, Bucks fans, they both had the same result. They both lost. And so they've got a 1-game match to see who's in. The other one will miss the postseason.
We got a couple winner-take-all situations. We got that one in the South. We got the one
In the AFC North.
AFC North, and the NFC West.
Yep.
So all 3 of those divisions, winner-take-all.
And the NFC West will be for the number 1 seed in
Yeah.
either San Francisco. It's just crazy that the Rams can't win it because the winner of the Niners and Seahawks game is going to be the 1 seed. Get the bye. Yeah. It's crazy. If San Francisco gets the job done and their offense is clicking, you saw Purdy just on fire last night, the Super Bowl is in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
They would never have to leave the state of California if they kept winning. They could play a Super Bowl on their home field. I don't know if that's ever been done before, has it?
The Bucks, the COVID year.
The Bucks did it one year?
The COVID year.
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
Against the Chiefs, if you remember that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Doesn't happen very often,
No,
though.
that was the first one ever.
Yeah, I was going to say,
the
you can go
one.
back in time and search and search and search.
Yeah.
Bills fans, I mean, gosh, sorry, Buffalo.
Yeah.
Man,
My buddy Dale's hurting out there.
Chiefs are out of the way. AFC's messy, and you see a clear path to the Super Bowl, and you go for 2, and you come up empty against Philly.
And like the quarterback on the opposing team had 0 passing yards in the second half. I mean, how do you lose? I don't understand.
And what I don't think Steeler fans are waking up happy with their team either.
That's right. I know one very close to me that's very upset.
You
about
lose to
that loss.
Pittsburgh 13-6.
To Cleveland,
One of the worst losses in the Mike Tomlin era.
Yes.
Cleveland isn't good.
No. Shadur was throwing balls up for grabs. I mean, he did not look ready yesterday against that Steelers defense, and I think he had 2 picks, and they still.
At least you're not a Jets fan. At least you're not waking up a Jets fan, Steeler Nation.
That's true. Yeah, they got housed by Tara's guy.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, he had almost a perfect QBR, 99.7 QBR.
Yeah. All right, so Wingnuts tonight. We've got Falcons, Rams, code words Jamal Anderson, and the greatest show on turth, Marshall Falk.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah,
I got to
Marshall.
memorize those.
Yeah, memorize those up.
We'll have a bunch of prizes and do the whole thing. I will be cutting out Polly too. We got to get over there to do the game. Tara's got to get back to the studio. So
Yeah.
I think we'll all be cutting out.
we'll all be cutting out. You won't see us there tonight with the SU Utah Tech game. By the way, congratulations to Dustin. Dustin was caller number 9. He won the tickets. We will get those to him. He'll be right there behind the Trailblazer bench watching the rivalry game tonight from the Burns Arena. Man, oh man. The schedule is out. They flexed a couple games. They put Seattle and San Francisco Saturday night. They put Bucks and Panthers Saturday afternoon, and then they put the Steelers and Ravens Sunday night.
Yeah.
So they've kind of put those 2 meaningful games Saturday and then the one Sunday night, and then the rest of the slate pretty much your normal Sunday morning and afternoon window. There's only 2 playoff spots up for grabs, right?
We haven't talked at all about the college football playoffs. that
No,
are
I know.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
We get to those before the NFL this week.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, Thursday.
We'll talk a lot about those tomorrow.
that'd be great.
Yeah, we talk a lot of college
The
football.
bracket.
It was Kyle Whittingham in Michigan.
Yeah, that's right.
Most of the first hour. That
Yeah.
was the topic. I'm still just kind of what just happened. I mean, it's still mind-boggling to think
It
that
is.
Coach Whittingham is going to be coaching
Yeah, Michigan.
Big
Really
Blue.
weird. Yeah.
Big Blue. Maize and Blue.
Yeah.
Never thought that would be what happened. But
And he's taking Jay Hill, it looks like. A lot of reports out there that they're just working on the contract details. I don't think it's finalized yet,
Not
but it could be
finalized.
some point today. I would
gotta
be surprised.
retract my earlier comment.
Well, it's likely. I mean, multiple
Right.
reports. I'm sure he just coached the Pop-Tart Bowl. I'm sure he was on the phone Sunday.
when
Maybe
you
they're-
see like Thamel and Zenitz, those guys tweeting about it, it's
Yeah.
pretty much a done deal.
Yeah, they have
So,
sources in high places.
They do.
Within the college ranks. So that's going to be weird. You know,
so I guess he won't be at the game. I'm going to the Vegas Bowl, but I guess Whittingham because I've heard he's going to coach Michigan in the Citrus Bowl or like be there, maybe not coach them, but be there.
the plan was he was going to coach it and then you
Leave?
know, leave.
Okay.
Now with him getting hired at Michigan, I doubt he's coaching.
Yeah, he's not
at
gonna be-
the-
he's not
Las
gonna be in the Vegas Bowl.
No, he's already had the press conference in Michigan.
Yeah.
So
He ain't
he's-
coaching
he's
it.
a goner. for
Scally's
Utah.
going to be the coach.
Yeah, Scally. I'll see his
Now
first
I don't
game.
know. Now Jason Beck might see it through. He might still
might.
call the offense, even though we've reportedly he's going to be the offensive coordinator at Michigan.
Yeah.
All right, good show. We'll see you at Wingnuts, and then we'll see you at the Burns Arena. For Paulie, for Tara, I'm Devin. Have a great Monday, everybody. It's been The Drive.
Yeah.